Hey there, folks, and welcome to another edition of Razor's Fly Tie Corner, and thanks for watching. What I am doing today is a version of the General Practitioner, which is an excellent steelhead and salmon fly that's been around since the 1950s. There are many versions of it out there. There are different styles that kind of deviate away from the original General Practitioner. But today I'm going to try and tie one that is, staying on the same line as the original. So what I have here is a number 3. I'm using a number 3 Daiichi 2051. And I'm starting with hot orange thread, moving it all the way back. Give that a clip right now. And I'm using gold wire, flat gold wire. And I'm going to take this back to the barb of the hook. Let's give that a measure and bring it back to the tip of the hook. Right about there. I'm just going to give that a good wrap up to the tip of the hook. You can use gold wire, you can use oval, you can use flat, and one more. Tie that off. Give that a clip. Okay. Now what I'm going to be tying in is I'm going to bring this up a little bit to about maybe halfway. And I have hot orange bucktail that I'm going to be tying in. Just going to get a small little piece. Typically the tail is sparse. Just a small piece like that. I'm going to take out the butt ends. There's no need to stack it, in my opinion. A lot of the patterns that are out there call for different variations. They put in paint bristles or some harder fibers. I'm just going to use the bucktail for this one. So I want the bucktail to go probably about a body's length past the barb. So right about here should be good. And give that a pinch up here and work that all the way back. And bring that back forward again. Going to give that a clip on a 45-degree angle. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to tie in is a golden pheasant tippet. I'm going to cut this into a V and tie it in that way. going to use just about 1/8 of an inch on each side. We got a V section here, and I'm going to tie it in so that it extends just past the end of the hook. So let's get this tied in. And we can just fix it up. Okay, that's sitting nice there. And I'm going to give this a clip up here. Now these are supposed to represent the eyes of the shrimp. Okay. Okay, and now I'm going to be tying in a golden pheasant breast feather. And a good technique is just to run your thumb under the feather, and that gives it a bit of a curl, and it helps for the feather to lay flat. And I want it so it just covers the end of the tippet. Wrap that around. That'll wrap up. Okay, you can see how that lays nice on that. Now I'm going to clip this up here. The next thing I will be tying in is gold oval, fine gold oval, and I want to wrap it so that the side is facing me. Bring that back up. And we're going to snip this right here. Get this out of the way for now. Okay, now I'm going to bring this back. And I'm going to be using seal fur. So we're just going to spin this seal fur dubbing up to about midpoint. Need a bit more here. Give that a spin as you go. Helps to make a dubbing rope. And give that a tie off right about here. Okay, now I'm going to be tying in a hackle using a saddle. Putting in at the butt. Give that a clip. Now I'm going to palmer the hackle back to the end of the fly, where I'm going to then capture with the gold tinsel, bring it up to the front, and I'm just wiggling it along to ensure I'm not trapping too many fibers in my wrap. Give that a tie off. Give that a snip. And I'm just going to break the hackle off at the back. And then I'm just going to use, I use a soft metal bristle brush and bring the fibers down to the sides. It also helps to pull some of the seal fur out. And okay. Now I'm just going to give this a snip back here. It's a bit too much. All right. Next thing I will be putting in is another section of tippet. And I'm just going to give these a roll. Keeps the fibers together. And I want the tip to meet the black of the tippet that I put in earlier. So right about there should be good. I'm going to give that a gentle wrap. Now you notice that the feather's sticking up. Don't worry about that for now. Just give that a tie off. And all I'm going to do, moisten the tip of my finger, is just give it a rub back. And that will bring the fibers down. And I'll go up and give it a bit more. I'll clip this off and give that a pat back again. Then I'm going to put in a golden pheasant breast feather. And again, going to match it to the ends, just so it extends a little bit back here. Now, depending on the feathers, I sometimes double them up. Which I'm going to do on this one here. Okay, you see how that looks there. Just give it a gentle rub, and it lays flat, nice like that. So I'm going to tie this off at the head just before the loop. Okay, so now I have that tied in. The next thing I will be tying in is another piece of gold oval or gold wire, whatever you prefer. And then I'm going to finish off the body with the seal fur. Give that a bit of wax. Spin that on here. Again, once you get it going, you can spin it again. The fibers get trapped underneath. Take it up to the eye of the hook. All right, so get that tied in. And I'm going to use the remaining piece of the hackle that I used for the back. Again, tying in by the tip. Sorry, tying in from the stem. And here I'm going to need probably my hackle pliers. And I'm palmering to the back. And tying off with the gold again. Try not to trap in many fibers under my wraps. So I'm giving it a wiggle as I go. And tie that off. Okay, snip off the gold. And here I'm going to snip off. That should have been on top, but okay. Bring that back. And again, I'm going to use my brush and brush it back on both sides. All right, that's looking okay. And the last thing I will be doing is tying in more breast feather. Tie it in so that it reaches just about at the end of the tippet back here. I will be tying in two. So we're getting these prepared. When you're preparing a head and you got some strays hanging around, what I like to do is make sure I pull my thread out of the way. I just hang it over the vise somewhere. Bring back all the material that I don't want to affect, and I'm going to just gently touch it with the flame, and that helps to eliminate any of the fibers that are in the way. So now it's the last thing we need to do is just to make a head. That is looking pretty good. I'm going to whip finish this and call it a day. Okay, folks, so that is the General Practitioner. I hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to subscribe and like. Don't forget to hit the notifications so that you get to see all the latest content. I will be doing some traditional, or I guess more known Pacific steelhead flies. Hope you enjoyed it.